Hello, this is Theresa, and thank you for joining my live stream today, or if you're watching the replay, thank you as well for taking a look at my video. Today's video is a sale video, and it's more fun than just a regular sale video because I'm going to show you how I'm going to put together some collaged envelopes filled with Premade Ephemera. Man, I haven't forgotten to turn my volume off before starting for a long time. But, you know, like I always say, it's not a Theresa video without there being some bloopers in it. I'm going to be making 4 ephemera collage envelopes that are filled with Premade Ephemera. Man, that was a challenge to get those words out. 2 of these I've already gone through. Let's see. This one is ready and I need to ink it. And then this one is ready. Okay, and I need to ink that. So what I'm doing is I had these big envelopes. And one of the envelopes I had masterboards in it, and the other envelope I had mixed media papers. So I took these big envelopes that I had and I cut them in half, and then I sewed them around the edges to make sure they're secure. And right now I'm going through the collage part of this, and so what I'm doing is I'm repurposing, guys, and repurposing, in my opinion, is a lot of fun. So these have been around for a long time, and when I look at them, they're really not in bad shape for having just basically crafted something fun at the time, and there's only just a little bit of stuff that I'm going to work on to make sure it looks better and that it's secure. It's not frayed or the papers aren't coming up, that sort of thing. I love repurposing my own stuff. You may have heard me say that before. You'll hear me say it many more times, I'm sure. Okay, this all appears to be sticking down really well. We've got something wanting to come up here. Hi Mickey, welcome. Thanks for visiting, Mickey. I'm just going to trim that off, I think. Okay, everything that needs a little help. So if you watch my videos, you know my style is vintage grunge, and I'm very eclectic. Okay, that one more to do. So these, the fabric needs glued down. I am, because I'm crafting. I'm in my craft zone. I've been coming up with all kinds of ideas, and one idea has led to another, and that's when I'm in my crafting glory, so to speak. So for the live stream, parts of this are going to go a little slow and therefore might be a little boring, but if you can stick with it, I'm going to be showing some different things, which may be ideas for you to do for yourself, or if it's not your thing. And I gotta be honest with you guys who buy my Premade Ephemera, I'm kind of in awe that people would buy my Premade Ephemera. And I've had some of my online friends offer me Premade Ephemera, and I've accepted some in the past, but to be honest with you, I barely get around to using my own Premade Ephemera, because what inevitably happens is that I'll have fun watching a video and then I'll go, oh, I want to make that, and so I'll make Premade Ephemera based off of the video or ideas from the video, and then I'll put it in my Premade Ephemera box, and then I end up not using it because the next time I go to do a journal, I end up making new Premade Ephemera to use for that journal instead of using my pre-made stuff. Go figure. I don't understand me, so I don't expect you to try and understand me. But it doesn't bother me at all because I love making ephemera. But the problem is because I am a full-time RVer, so my home is a 40-foot toy hauler, and the garage part is where my craft room and office is, because I also work full-time. Yeah, I lost my thought. Oh, yeah, so limited space. I can't store all this stuff. So then I'll try to sell my old journals that I've made, you know, through collaborations and that sort of thing. And I just have not been successful. I mean, I've sold a couple, but typically not anything over 35 bucks. When I try to sell something for over 35 bucks, it doesn't sell. So that's one of two things I decided. One is that my art isn't there yet to be able to merit like $50 sales, or I just don't have a big enough following to be able to find the audience that would be interested in something like that. And maybe even, I know some people spend more money on journals just because they appreciate the art and they feel that the art, not only the workmanship, but the creativity is worth that kind of value. So that's fine. I'm patient. And in the meantime, I'm okay with turning like even some of my journals into Premade Ephemera books. And in the process, I end up repurposing. I love to repurpose. So it's all good. Okay, now these have all been repaired, I think. Now the thing is when you get one of these, if somebody buys one of these, you can, you know, like I said, this stuff has been around for a couple of years and it's done really well. I mean, I just added these ends on just to make sure they're more secure. But when you get it, you know, you can touch it up with glue too, and it'll be just fine. Now I wanted to show the process of some of this because I would love to see where when I sell something to somebody or send them a happy mail or whatever the case may be, that a person be able to, you know, post to my community page or to my Facebook page at, do I have that available? Yes, I do. So this is my Facebook group, Junk Journaling United, and I would love if you got the opportunity to go join that group and stay in touch with me via social media that way. And that way you could post pictures of anything that you do with the stuff that you buy from me or whatever you may be doing. Maybe you were inspired by something that I did on video. Oh my gosh, I'm inspired by others so much. A lot of my organizational ideas are inspired by social media, and I am planning on doing a new walkthrough of my craft room because I have changed some of the ways that I store my craft supplies, and it just, every time I do it, I honestly, hi Tony, welcome. I honestly gotta tell you that it improves my crafting. I mean, it's such a pleasure to start doing something and know where something is. So, like say I'm watching a video and the person is doing something with tickets. And so I want to follow along, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are my tickets? Because in this room I have tickets that have been cut out from digital kits. I have tickets from, I have some of the new tickets that I have for sale, and I have them in a nicely decorated glassine bag. And then some of my tickets I made myself and grunged them up and that sort of thing. So when I go to do a project and I need tickets, I don't want to make new tickets. I want to know where my tickets are. So I promise I didn't choose the idea of tickets ahead of time, but right now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to reach for my tickets. I don't even have to barely leave my desk. Boom, tickets. Now I have a lot more than this, but I also like to, so I have my big stash in another place, and then I kind of intersperse things like with other things so that if I forget where the main stash is, I can still find something really quickly. So actually this whole drawer that I have beside me, whoops, don't put the drawer in the ink. I'm not really sure why. That doesn't belong here really. That belongs in the next drawer. So this is like little eyelet covers. And then here's some more of my extra tickets. And I have a bunch of different labels. These aren't really labels, but they can act as labels. Like I could stamp on them and easily turn them into labels. Here I turned some linen cloth into labels. So I love having things so put together and categorized. Categorization is a huge lifesaver for me. Of course, I'm a bookkeeper, so that comes pretty naturally as well. Okay, back to inking. What are you up to today, Tony? And Mickey said a couple minutes ago that she's busy cleaning up her craft room, and in her case, so she doesn't trip over everything, Mickey has a Facebook group. And Mickey, would you type that Facebook group into the chat for me, please? She has a wonderful Facebook group, and the reason why her Facebook, boy, I can't talk. the reason why her Facebook group is so wonderful is because she sells in her Facebook group. And I have bought quite a few things from her. I'm going to try and remember which things I bought from her. I bought from a couple other people too. But my checks, okay, now, I just said checks. So I just recently reorganized so I could find this. So let me think if I can turn around and find my checks real quickly. My first guess is that it's in here. And I can't remember if I got these from Mickey too. I think I did. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mickey. Mickey's probably busy cleaning her room and she's like, please quit talking to me. I'm trying to be productive. And Tony says that she's playing with her paper scraps and making word clusters, a favorite thing of mine to do as well. Okay, I was thinking that my checks are in here. Okay, wrong. Let's try again. Like I said, I just organized them last night. So I haven't quite embedded it in my brain yet. This is good practice for me. That first spot that I went to should have been it. Quarantine music. Oh, I know. I think. Maybe it's in here. Nope. Two strikes. Oh. I'm so proud of myself. Yesterday. Okay, I give up for now. I'm gonna have to put a note to myself to find my checks. I feel like I'm seeing them in my mind's eye. Get on an obsession and it's hard for me to stop. Okay, just stop, Theresa. Stay focused. Okay, let's... Oh, we didn't finish the inking. Maybe it'll come to me if I just relax and ink. What color is your favorite color to ink with? Or do you have a favorite? Right now, mine is... what is mine? Where's the lid? Scorched timber. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. Anyways, I ordered quite a few things from Mickey recently, and I ordered, oh goodness, what did I order? Pictures, again, if I had a brain, I would be dangerous. Where is that? What did I order? Let's see, I bought library card catalog cards. I have a few of those in my stash right now, but I am the type of person who, I literally believe that I have 3 of those cards in my stash somewhere. They're probably with the checks. Yes, vintage photo was my go-to, and then I got hooked on Scorched Timber. Who knows what Walnut might be next. But now that I've ordered some more, I'll be using them more because I won't be afraid that I'm going to use up all of my stuff. Oh, thank you, Nikki. She wrote me a list. So I bought an ephemera pack of 1920 papers, pictures, catalog cards. I got a Mandarin book from her that's going to have Mandarin pages in it, of course, which is cool because I only have Italian, French, German, English, of course, and I did have some Hebrew, but when I went through my stuff last night, I didn't see any more Hebrew. I only had a couple pages of it. I thought I had about 4, but I didn't see any last night when I went through my stuff, which makes me sad because Hebrew writing is really cool. So when I get my order from Mickey, I'm going to do a haul video. That's trying to come up there. And a trucker driving log. That was really cool. And she has more of this stuff, you guys. So if you'd like to go take a look at Mickey Forgotten Moments, she's posting new stuff all the time. In fact, she's been posting new stuff this morning and trying to tempt me. Okay, I gotta be honest. I put your group on pause for 30 days so that if I want to go look at it, I can, but it's not going to pop up in my face every time I go onto Facebook. I'm sorry, Mickey, I just can't handle the temptation. She posted some vintage flower packet envelope type things. Really cool. She's got this great ledger book. It's a big one too for $50 plus shipping. Man, that was tempting, but nope, I have to say no to myself sometimes. Money doesn't grow on trees. She just posted some popcorn bags. She's got some ice cream bags, which I have. I'm reaching for them right now because I know exactly where they are because they're in this drawer. I have, this is the big ones, but I have more of these that are smaller, that are butter tissues or wraps. And what's really cool is this is like a vellum material. So I had an idea of what to do. Just even going in a journal and using this instead of vellum paper. You know how we use vellum paper for different things? I forget what my idea was now. But it was to maybe use that as like a cover and then putting other, shoot, it was a really cool insert idea for a journal that I had earlier, and now I can't remember. Had to do with that, because I was thinking I could use those as like vellum, and man, to me, if I can use vintage papers that are vellum-like or vellum instead of new vellum, that is my preference. If I can use vintage stuff, I love that. Alright, did I ink both sides? Use a little more inking down here. So I got that one. These are all inked. Whoops, I see something coming up here. You know, for me, this kind of stuff is fun to have an assortment because I like to do prompts. I like to do collaborations that involve prompts, such as 50 Stack Challenge, Junk Journal July, Junk Journal January, the Ephemerember, Junk Journal Madness. What else do I do? That was pretty much it. Okay, now the fun part. We're gonna start seeing, let's see, which the biggest, longest. These are the longest ones. I need the longest ones for something like this. This is a trifold mini journal notebook. And it's going to go in here. There's going to be 10 very nice pieces of pre-made ephemera in each envelope. 1, 2. This is a Murrow fold journal insert with pockets. And maybe, can I get this off of here? Yes, I can. So I'm going to put this number . I'm going to put it right here. So then if it sticks so bad that it takes the paper off, that's an easy fix to just collage another piece on there. So there was 2. I said I was going to put 10. Now I'm breaking this one up. See if I can get my familiar trimmers to cooperate while I'm trying to do this. Get out of my way. The fan's blowing and it's blowing this slate. So I'm going to number all of these envelopes. Put this on the washi tape because I know it'll come off pretty easy off of there. So then this is going to be number 5. And we'll start over here in just a minute. And I found Mickey on another group that is the group that has really been taken off for my pre-made ephemera booklets. I don't know what you call them. I called them journals at first. Okay, so I had 3 pieces in here, and this is a belly band that you can stick something in it. This is 4. Here's a journal card made from a masterboard. Actually, I wasn't going to talk about these yet, so I'm going to hold off on that for just a minute. 5, 6, let's do one more of these, 7, I'll go ahead and put this in here, 8, some tickets, 9, and let's see, 9, I need something else. This is a greeting card that has a little matchbook type notebook. So there's 10. Okay, that one's done. And we'll wrap that with a pretty ribbon. So the ribbon itself is something else. Now, like I said, these are $10 each, and that's, there would be shipping and handling. Where's my scissors? There is no cutting a straight line for me. So when I said things depend on my familiar trimmers, that is an inherited trait that I got from the Dice side of the family, and I've passed on to my couple of my children. I have 6 children, and 2 of them were lucky enough to have me pass that on to them. Okay, number 4 is done. Now, before I get back to what I was doing, before you forget what that one card looked like, another thing that I've been working on, and I intend to list, and this is a masterboard book. I was going to bind the masterboards in, like maybe with some book rings, like I thought I had some book rings in here, but I guess I don't. Nope, no book rings here. So I was going to put a couple book rings in here, but then I kind of changed my mind. I don't know if I'm going to still change my mind, but for now I'm using clips. And I have a lot of these, so I could use these. And so I have had these books, and I made them into a cover. Well, it was a cover, but I made it bigger because I wanted these masterboards to fit in here. So these are masterboards, pre-made masterboards that I've made. This is a lace paper masterboard, and the rest of these are collage strips, different pieces of paper, some with faux stitching. This was made with a bunch of labels. Different digital scraps. This is from some vintage ephemera that I have. Why do we like to touch our stuff so much? I mean, I see people do it all the time in videos, touching their stuff. And I do it too. This is a sticker. This is some odds and ends from my Stampin' Up! Days. And I did some stamping. Has some more stamping. There's just a hodgepodge of stuff on that one. This one has a wax seal. So I'm going to talk about cutting these masterboards in just a minute. In fact, I'm going to use this one for some more ephemera so that I can use that as an example. When I cut my masterboards, in case I forget, I like to turn them over so that I can't see, and then I'll cut some for journal cards, some for tags, some for pockets, so on and so forth. This is a collaged envelope, so not so much a masterboard, but it's in here for a masterboard. Because junk journaling, there are no rules, even when you're organizing your stuff. So this one has mixed media on the back and then collage on the front. Some of my masterboards are backed, some of them aren't. So to be honest, I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use one that is backed. I'll use this one. Okay. Now the thing with junk journaling is a lot of your stuff is fragile. So I took all that heavy stuff and moved it over because I did reinforce the edges on here with packing tape, and then I reinforced this with vintage wallpaper. I gotta put this back together or I'll pick it up the wrong way and it'll dump all over the place. And I do not like to bend over and pick things up off the floor. It's a little painful. Alright, so before we get back to filling up our envelopes, I'm going to talk about this. Now the first thing when I look at this, I think, oh my gosh, I could stamp this. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pull out my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And like I said, I like to turn them over and not think about what I'm cutting. So I do try to get a little bit of a straight edge. I think I'm just going to get 3 tags out of this. That's what I'm going to shoot for 2 tags and 1 journal card. Whoops. Okay, that's what I've got. Where'd it go? Okay. Mickey, I was going to say text me your address, but I've got it in PayPal. I think I've got it in PayPal. Well, you just make it easy and text me your address, and I will send you this bead. I'm not going to do anything more to it. I'm going to leave it plain like that so you can do whatever you want. So I'm laying this over here to the side and I'm going to mail that to you. So let me take a drink. What am I going to do with these? First of all, I'm going to ink them. And they need glued. That's cute. There was a little hidden surprise. Okay, everything else is glued. Sometimes, hang on, this can be annoying to watch. Ow! I don't usually do that, but sometimes I poke myself. Sometimes I like to take my spray bottle. I know not everybody likes to do this. And spray it with some water. Pam with the paper outpost does that a lot. And it worried me at first, and then I was like getting frustrated because I wanted more ink on my edges. So I just said, no, wait a minute. Pam from the paper outpost does that a lot. And she doesn't come on and tell us that she's ruining her ink pad as a result of doing that. So I'm just going to do it. And I'll do it with one stamp pad and see if it ruins my stamp pad. I don't feel that it ruins my stamp pad. So I did it at first with my vintage photo pads, which I left it at a retreat that I went to last winter. Such a bummer. So what I did, because I have a lot of like blank ink pads like these, I got those from Stampin' Up. I just bought a bottle of vintage photo and filled that with vintage photo. Because I gotta have my colors. Let's ink this thing while I'm at it too, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use it. Oh, it's actually already been inked with vintage photo, but I love doing like 2 inks with my inking. Like sometimes I do black. Just, why do these things make me love them so much? I do not know. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces there. One is going to have this beautiful flower right here. And we need a little bit of cheesecloth as well. And I've got to try and stay focused. Because I want this to not be boring. I start looking at my stuff. Whoops, that's not the right one. Here's some cheesecloth. Just throw your pin down like that, Theresa. You'll never find it. Oops, I was going to do it right there. Whoops. No, that's fine. For some reason that looks upside down to me. I can't handle it. Good. Sometimes I don't like to get too carried away because I like for people to have an opportunity to do more to these things. So we need a focal point for this. That's too big. Yeah, that's too big. Way big. Just a little flower. Let's just tear out a little flower. What's on the other side? Sometimes I like the one on the other side better. I want to put underneath there? How about a little music paper? I like to keep these edges to turn them into page edges or labels by stamping some pretty design or numbers or something like that on them. I usually do not ink vintage paper. That's just my preference. Once in a while I will, but usually I don't. Okay. Now, that's too small for what I want. Well, I could just take this . Paper's going to tear, so I'm being mindful of that. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to unfortunately, I end up wasting some of my product because of my tremors. I have to give myself a decent amount to be able to tie without getting totally frustrated. But I love this hemp thread, and I got this from Juanette with Juanette's Crafting Corner. So now I can make it strong with this, and I don't have to worry about see if I can do a bow. Come on, can we do a bow? Don't have to worry about tearing the paper. Okay, that one's done. Yeah, that color comes in right here. Didn't pull that real tight, and now for this one I'm going to put a staple in it. I feel like I want to, no, see, my mind is like, oh, I want to do something more, but I have to stay focused or this video is going to be, it's already an hour long. Okay, that one's done. Let's fill another envelope. This is envelope number 2. We're going to put a belly band in there. We're going to put 2. This is a document holder. 3. Believe me, there's some fun stuff in that document holder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 things around. This is a big cluster. 9, 9. Let's see, 999. Need one more thing. Ooh, we'll do an envelope. That's not done. Here's an envelope. This is vintage paper, vintage foreign paper. So let's put a focal point on it before we put it in there. This is my sticker book. This is going to be a long video, you guys, so feel free to move on and come back and watch the replay so that you can scroll forward while I'm busy messing around. I wanted to put one of these very pretty flowers on there. I want this one. Do I want both of them? No, that would be too much. Ooh, I just want that one. That's beautiful. Sorry, have to put things away or I won't find them. My room will get messy. I can't create if I have a messy room. So I'm thinking about even putting a little bit of this bunched up paper underneath there. I have two of them, Mickey. One is for stickers, and this one is for photopolymer stamps. And because I have, hi Bess, welcome. Because I have a limited space, once those things get filled up, that means I'm not allowed to buy anymore. I mean, I used to have shelves of stamps. And, you know, the honest truth is that I didn't use them all. Beth, do you know Nikki? And now you can laugh at me while I tried to get the back off of this sticker. I didn't even think about this. I shouldn't have chosen. Ooh. Nope. Use it or lose it, Beth says. Okay, I promise I'm not gonna cuss. I got it. This is a strong sticker, so I think it's gonna stick down on all of this. I tell you, those stickers are one of the things that I do where I'm like, okay, Theresa, you are live. Watch what you say. Not that everybody would be offended, but some might. So, there's that. I like that. I've never done that before with a sticker, and I like that. So that is number 10. You sound like you're at an AA meeting, Mickey. Hi, I'm Beth. Or hi, I'm Mickey. I'm not an alcoholic, but I am a, what's that word? Somebody who does something over and over again. I am a crafter. I can't think of the word I want. Okay, so that was package number 2. And again, these packages, these envelopes are $10 each. Okay, there's number 2. Oh, we need a ribbon. So this is a long video, Beth, because I'm going through what I'm doing to create, oops, I didn't take that off. I'm going through what I'm doing to make collaged envelopes that are filled with pre-made ephemera. Each envelope is going to have 10 pieces of nice pre-made ephemera. Well, each piece, all 10 pieces aren't nice. I hear that, Mickey. I tried to help Mickey recently with her paper hoarding. I bought some stuff from her, so she's a little bit lighter now because she put the package together. And I'm gonna do a video next week or the week after, all depending on when it gets here, Oh, that goes really nice with that color of washi tape. I like that. Okay, there's number 2. Now, this one, so this is the very nice ephemera that goes in here. So this is number 1. Stay on there, 5. We've got 2, 3. This is a vintage mini journal. 4. I guess I could show it a little bit better. 4. 5. Here's another package of tickets. Oh no, these are Welltail tabs. 6. These are going to go in here. Here is like a charm. It's a little notebook. 7. 8. That goes in there. This is an extra. I'm going to put that away. Well, phooey. 8, 9, and 10. I need 2 more pieces. Let's do another one of these. That's 9. Here's a journal card that I'm going to finish real quick. This one is packed. Okay, so let's put a focal point on there. Oh, that looks nice together. Had my glue stick open in front of my fan. These envelopes are $10 each plus shipping. Glue bottle's getting clogged up. Okay, that has a nice writing spot on the back. And this is vintage paper, so like I said, I don't usually so shipping is usually about $5 because I ship out in, oh, I'm standing up just a second. I ship out in an envelope like this because most of this stuff is so big it would need that. Whoops, that's number 5. I gotta keep that on there. So that would fit in there like that, and that would be, so the shipping is usually about $5, and then I add another $1 on for you know, the purchase of this, and then the paper it takes me. I would say actually the shipping is $7, but I can't tell without knowing you know, putting it through pirate ship and finding out how much it really is. Okay, so there's that. We need some more of this. This is called, I think it's called like tablecloth cheesecloth or something like that. They call it cheesecloth, but it's not as so if you sent me money, Beth, I'd need you to send me a check or a money order, because I don't do Venmo or anything like that. But I feel like I know you, so I would be fine to take like even a check from you. See, it doesn't tear very easily. Which one did you want, Beth? My number keeps coming off. I told you that they wouldn't stick very good to the washi, so it wouldn't ruin the washi. Oh, fun. Email me and let me know what you want, and then I'll put an invoice together, and you don't have to pay. Oh, they all have 10 items. The envelope with 10 items. So they're all envelopes and they all have 10 items. So do you randomly want me to pick you one? Or so far I've made 3. And stand by and watch me make the next one, and then you can like just choose one. Okay, so like this one is number 7, and it's going to have a junk journal spot bundle, a mini vellum ephemera holder, and so everything that I sell is pretty much unique, Beth. I don't mass make this. Most of the stuff. 1, 2, and then here's a collaged journal card. 3. Here's more tickets. 4. So there's 4 pieces, and here's our ribbon for tying it. So I need 6 more pieces. I don't think I'm in your group, Beth. Okay, so now I gotta pull out 6 more pieces. Okay, so this is a pocket. So I'm going to count from 6. 1. This is like it's a flip out. It's got a big hinge here that could be made smaller. Okay, sounds good, Beth. And then it's got decorated, so you would glue it to your page, and you could even glue it like this so that this is a tuck spot. This this has lots of opportunities. So I need 5 more, so I'm going to leave them here. I'll lose count. Here's a decorated guest check. That's 2. This is like a little tablet of paper. So this would more likely be paper clipped onto a page. There's lots of ways that that could be put in there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is a pocket that was made with straw paper. This was a straw paper envelope that had a napkin in it, and that's from Italy. And then it's been decorated on the front with one of my wax seals that I make. So I think that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that was 4. And then here is corrugated board. This could be a tag, this could be a belly band, it could be a tuck spot, and of course it would be great for Valentine's Day. And this is number 7. Oh, my camera died. Yeah, because it's going off of the speaker from my iPad. My iPad has lots of juice on it, thankfully. Okay, so we're just going to do this in the dark. I'm going to wrap up this last envelope, that is number 7. Hopefully my camera, I wanted to get one last picture of everything, but it's not cooperating. Oh, now it's booting on. Just take a real quick pause.
California, it's good to
I listen to audiobooks a lot too, Beth. I actually turn them on to go to sleep by at night. So we've got number 7, number 5, number 2, and number 4. Okay, so Beth, would you just randomly pick a number so I know which one to put back for you? Maybe say a little prayer and then pick a number. It'll be a divine inspiration. Oh, this B has to stay out of the way because that's for Mickey. Okay, Beth wants number 3. That's 7. We don't have a 3. We have 2, 5, 7, and 4. And this one has fabric on both sides. That's number 7. Number 5 has fabric on both sides. Number 2 has fabric on one side. Number 5 is probably the fattest. And it's one of the bigger ones. Number 4 is kind of wide. And let's see. Number 5 and number 7 are made with padded envelopes. Looks like I got a leg going on now too. So I'll be wrapping this up as soon as I find out. Yeah, I'm breaking up. I'm sorry. Let's see. Numbers are 7, 5, 2, 4. Okay, you got it. Number 2, Beth. Yeah, come on in. I'm doing a video. So I've got Beth's name on there. And I'll wait to get your email, Beth. Okay, so these are still for sale. And I'll put those to the side. And put this one over here for Beth. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I have a leg. So, due to the lag, I'm wrapping this video up now. And thanks everyone for watching. I always appreciate you. And goodbye.